How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Hbar update. In the last few videos we were talking about this double bottom breakout, which is down over here. This level of 0.16 cent was recovered, and with that it has a chance at breaking this high. We then saw that happen and now formed a new local high. But in the last video update I was saying this could be potentially where a rejection comes in the immediate short term, and I'd anticipate the 0.5 acting as support, and that's what we're seeing right now. So all I need to see from this point onwards is the move to make a high over this 382, Fibonacci 18 cent. If you've been tuning into the videos the last couple of weeks or so, you'd know that I have a huge expectation of Hbar heading a lot higher once it turns 19.5 cent into support. I believe that it's targeting 35 cent at that point. So long way to go to get up there, but breaking this red box is the trigger. It's not going to get there immediately. It's going to work its way up there through weeks, maybe a month plus, but that's its goal once this level has been recovered. This could have easily been the bottom. Previously I was making videos all the way through this area and there was a potential double bottom forming within this area. But as you can see, it didn't get the breakthrough. It couldn't come back up to the neckline. Once that neckline's broken, it would give an expectation higher than the all-time high, which would be breaking through this 886 fib. So once the 886 fib is broken, and it could have happened as early as there, of course it failed, decided to go lower, but on the break of it in the future, then I have my eyes set on 55 cent to 82 cent. 55 cent would be my minimal target. There's no guarantee whether that area is the bull market top or just a short-term local top. I don't personally know myself. Why am I saying that? Because there are actually higher expectations between $1.28 and $2. So you could argue that we get into 55 to 82 cent. The dump could be as early as here, as late as there, but there's going to be a correction. And as long as that correction creates a higher low above 35 cent, then we will see $1.28 or as high as $2. And then at that point, yes, would be the bull market top. So if from here doesn't hold 35 cent as support, you dead cat bounce and then eventually lose it, then you're never going to see those higher projections. And so that's why we already need to be cautious at the first target area. And we will be heading into that targeted area on the break of 35 cent. So we're down here today at 17 cent. I'm projecting a move up into there. This is potentially where a macro lower high could actually appear from. We've been making lower lows. So even though we're going to break through this high, make a local high, and through here, this is ultimately the most important high. We need to break through that. And this move up could be corrective for continuation lower into these targets. Now, it's not the front of my mind, but there is potential for that, of course. Now, I think if Bitcoin is to make a new all-time high, that should not happen. Hbar should get up into this area, maybe consolidate, find some support where it's previously found resistance and support in the past, around 25 cent, before continuation into those projected targets. That is it from me today. Nice quick one. We saw that over my last few videos, we were calling for this double bottom. It made a new local high, and I was calling for a pullback to the 0.5. This is the exact area we want Hbar to reverse from, the bulls to step in and create a high finally above 18 cent. The next expected resistance area, or where it's just going to target, is 19.5 cent. Once this area is cleared, I have expectations at 35 cent. That's where I have my eyes on, and then a dip could occur from there, coming back down to the 25 cent area location. As long as that holds, we should see 55 cent as a minimal target, or 82 cent up to 82 cent. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're on the verge of hitting 10k subs. I'm super proud of that. If you want to get further education, I've got an ebook, Discord, or one-to-one mentorship calls. Check them out. Links down below, and head over to my website.